December start. Looking at much of the Midwest and Northeast. What a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They start on the ground with Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 13 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
Now that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A man coming on the washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Lawrence. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. It's taken to the 26. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Prescott on play action. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On second down, Elliott once more. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Lawrence on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Lawrence on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run forward with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, a run with Etienne. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. But whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Marr now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down. Here's Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
His throw incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Now Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. On second down, Elliott once more.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A first down carry by Elliott. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Running wide side, Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Toss left to Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. To return, here's Agnew. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Dallas, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.